All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the GSA showcase here of the Untitled Goose game Any% Glitchless. We have two runners today here racing. It is Tasselfoot and Ninten. Ninten is currently the world record holder with a 15:52, I believe, and Tasselfoot is in
15:51.
second place. Yeah, and Tasselfoot is in second place with a 16:24 currently, but I believe he recently PB'd with a 15:53.
Yes, that's
It's
correct.
just not verified yet. So yeah, basically the any% version of this game is all clips, and so we're not going to be seeing any of that. We're going to be seeing basically a lot of AI manipulation, kind of, and basically just hoping for the best positions in RNG possible here for the best run. And it looks like we're about to be getting underway here in a second.
All right. So do we do like a roll call or something, or? Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. I didn't know if we should do a roll call or whatever.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Aquana. I'll be one of the commentators here. I run primarily 100%, and we also have Daka.
Yeah, and I'm a any% glitches runner of this game, and looks like here we're going to be starting off with the garden. Basically here we're going to be hoping that the gardener starts in a really good position so we can get... basically we have to do a few tasks in each zone, and in this zone it requires getting the gardener wet, stealing his keys, and making him wear a new hat. So we're going to see the runners try to manipulate him near these few objects to get those tasks done as fast as possible.
The gardener can also start in like 7 or 8 different positions, and it's better to have him start pretty close to like by the sprinkler. So when you turn on the sprinkler, he can get wet immediately. That's probably like the best RNG that you can get in basically any category that isn't any%.
You know, both runners here having a pretty good starting phase, and they're going to try to hide the hat here in this patch so they can drag the rake all the way out.
Ooh,
you have to
looks
drag
like
this rake
Tasselfoot's
all the
having
way
a little bit of
outside.
trouble with the gardener.
Oh, yeah,
Dancing
he's
with him
really
a little
struggling
bit.
to get the rake out.
Yeah. So the NPCs have a little like a level of priority. For example, the gardener there, like as soon as you're not holding an item, like he won't aggro towards you, and he'll like just kind of go towards whatever it is he needs to go to. For example, when he goes to his sun hat, he'll like try to prioritize that sun hat if you're not near him. So you'll be able to get away with moving the rake in a way that's like actually kind of close by to him and sort of dangerous. And it looks like both of them are about ready to escape the gardens here.
And both of them did have a little issue with getting the rake out. The gardener did notice them, so that slowed them down a little bit. So both of them are going to have an exit time, though, of around 2 minutes and 25 seconds, though.
2:25-ish. Now we're entering High Street. This is the boy. I call him Bobby. He doesn't actually have a name, but he is known as Wimpy Kid in the game's credits. So here we trap him in the phone booth, give him psychological torture, and then we're gonna put the plane on the shelf so the shopkeeper can sell it.
And both the runners getting a pretty decent RNG, with the shopkeeper here being on the right side. That means we'll be able to steal these glasses that they need to have the boy wear. To basically, it'll make sure that NPC sees the plane so the boy can buy it. If the NPC doesn't see the plane, he'll just never ever buy it. So he'll just be able to go over there, pick it up, and start playing with it, which we need him to buy an item back from the shopkeeper. So it's very important that the shopkeeper notices that the plane is hers.
Speaking of the shopkeeper, like I said before about the priority, she will always go for her broom before she starts to chase you. So that's a really good way to kind of maneuver around her. And like if you're stealing something from her shop, like Ninten stole the glasses, I don't think that she noticed him steal the glasses, but if she did, she would have gone for her broom first, giving Ninten a little bit of a better chance to get away.
And Tassel having some real trouble there. The shopkeeper actually pushing the boy away from the position he needs to get into to call the shopkeeper and drug her all the way to the left side. And unfortunately, once she's in this phase to talk to him, she'll only slow walk, so you can't actually make her run. So Ninten's going to have a little bit of a lead here because of that. He actually had very nice AI control.
Yeah, he did. Also, this particular exchange is very, very unique because during like while I'm for the sake of argument I'm going to call him Bobby, but when Bobby goes to buy his plane, the shopkeeper will drop basically everything she's doing, including like if you even if you stand in front of her with an item in your mouth, she will not aggro towards you. She'll just drop everything she's doing and proceed to get the plane or give the plane to Bobby after he pays for it. So it's a good way to kind of do other things while in other categories. We do that in 100%, definitely. Here we are in Back Gardens, and we are introduced to two of the most inconsistent characters in the game, Roger and Tina. Roger is our sweater-clad gentleman here. We're just going to mess with him a bunch, steal his paper and his slipper. We steal his paper because his newspaper reading animation is very, very long. So one of the missions, one of the tasks specifically require him to be drinking his tea, and his newspaper animation can take up to 20 seconds.
Yeah, so this is basically where, this is the first level where cycles really become important. So we're basically waiting on Roger to now go over to sip his tea here on Ninten's screen so we can steal his slipper. And then from here, he'll be able to take the rest of these items that we need to bring over to the lady's yard so she can dress this bust. So basically, this is a lot of back and forth between the yards to get these missions done.
Mm-hmm.
And this AI can be really, really funky because they need to interact with each other a lot of the times, which can really, really slow them down. So you want to have,
especially
like,
when it comes to the
interactions
vase.
time.
The vase is probably the biggest way that that this run can be slowed down, because there's a chance that after the vase breaks, the Tina will like scream at Roger, and like that can waste up to probably 10 seconds. So you want to be very careful with that.
Yeah.
And here's another thing too. This goose, this like goose statue here. It can also be pretty finicky because Tina sometimes will see the goose, and if she sees the goose, then you're basically done for. But you hide the goose there, the goose statue there, and then you want to try to lure Tina towards the bow in a way that she will notice the goose is missing, and you have to try to take the goose's place without her noticing it's you. So it's...
Yeah, Ninten just missed the making the old man spit his coffee cycle there, so that's gonna cost him a big chunk of time there.
Also, Tasselfoot's doing an interesting strat. I don't know if we like kind of commentated on or glossed over it at all. But what he did is he actually took an extra pair of glasses from the shop in High Street and took it with him to Back Gardens to prevent him from needing to take Roger's glasses. So I don't think that's a strat that Ninten does yet. So that was a strat
that is actually that's probably an exclusive strat to Tasselfoot right now, and 90% glitchless, because that is the first time I'm seeing it as well.
Yep, I think Ritz was the first person to do that strat in a run yesterday. So Tasselfoot's kind of demonstrating that right now. And he's going to try his best to lure Tina over to this bow. This can be really, really finicky, like I said. You have to have really good...
Sometimes she just doesn't want to pick it up.
Exactly.
And if she notices you sit on that statue at all, it'll take... Yeah, he's having a really hard time with her.
Yeah, Ninten's kind of struggling here. They're both actually kind of struggling here, but then again, Back Gardens...
They're both having the argument with the bell.
Yep. Like I said, Back Gardens is literally the most inconsistent area of pretty much any category that isn't any percent.
Yeah, and now due to this, unfortunately, there's not much they can do but wait.
Okay, Ninten did get dressed up with the ribbon successfully, so we have that. Tasselfoot is having a little bit of trouble here because now she is gonna scratch her head and lose 5 seconds to here. Oh, I think he's got it. Yep,
Yeah, that should be good. Once she
there we
turns
go.
around, it's normally okay.
Yep, yeah.
The AI is
Now
really
he's good to
finicky,
go.
but sometimes it's also really generous.
All right, I think Ninten's gonna be first out of here. He just broke the vase. That will aggro Roger to remove the rose sign from behind his rose, or from in front of his rose, and place it in front of his gate. So the second he does that, he's going to drag the rose over so that Tina can clip it. But it
Yeah.
looks like I think she started clipping it before he could move it. So I don't know if she's going to finish clipping
Yeah,
it
he's
here.
gonna have to go
There
back.
he
Oh no,
goes.
it's
Oh,
actually good, yeah. And
yeah,
I did
yeah.
also want to note what Aqua mentioned earlier is that you notice they all brought the vase over last, so that actually avoids an argument that the
Yes.
NPCs have to have, because Roger will instantly just go to this vase, go to this flower, so you can just instantly pull it down. So it actually saves a lot of time with that.
And speaking of saving a lot of time, you can avoid. There's also another argument that they could have after Roger's rose gets cut off. As soon as she trims the rose, if you lure her over to the back fence, like both of them just did, she'll avoid that completely, and she'll prioritize this hole in the wall, which is what we use to escape.
And that's actually a really nice strategy to use, is luring NPCs with items to make them run instead of just slow walk to their task. Because as we mentioned earlier, they do have a priority list. So if you drop an item right in front of them and they have a very higher priority task on their list, they'll instantly forget that you could have picked up that item and start doing the more important task.
Even
And
if they
now that we're
lose the
moving into the
ribbon,
pub,
now, it's not a big deal. So now they're entering the pub, and here's the burly man. He's our bouncer here, but he can be tripped up just like the boy. And here we have the old man. He can be very, very inconsistent, because the old man starts in different cycles, just like the gardener. And there's 2 different tasks that require the old man in the pub. Both of which are different activities that he can do. One of them you do when he's playing the harmonica. One of them you do when he's playing darts.
and Tasselfoot very wisely interrupted his harmonica playing
Yep.
so he could get the
It's
stool out from
actually
under him.
faster. It's actually faster if you interrupt the harmonica playing and you have him notice you. He'll look at you for like 2 seconds and then he'll go right back to what he's doing. If you try to hide, he'll just kind of sit there and scratch his head, which actually wastes more time.
And now, hopefully, when you see both runners run outside there of the pub to break the glass, the plan is now to be able to make it all the way back to this old man right before he throws this dart.
Yeah,
can
we're
get
on a
both of
very
his tasks
strict
done.
cycle here with the old man. Okay, here he is.
It looks like both
Tasselfoot's
runners
got
made it.
Yeah, Tasselfoot's got it. So now break the dartboard is done. And I believe... All right, the only thing that Tasselfoot has to do now is get the toy boat, which it looks like both of them are actually doing now. Ninten just got the toy boat. I think he might be done. Yep, all right, he's about to be finished with the pub. Oh, he's dancing with he's dancing.
Yeah, he's
with
really
the pub
dancing
owner
there
here.
with both the NPCs.
Oh, this is not good. This is not
Yeah,
good.
Ninten-
Ninten's in a bad spot here because he's being gatekept pretty badly here.
Yeah, he needs to get back up there and turn off the water to save himself some time, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like he already did that. Okay.
Yeah, because
Yes.
if he doesn't do that, if you don't turn off the water here, like I said before, the priority will trigger, and her priority is to turn off the sink before anything else. But now Tasselfoot has a lead. Tasselfoot has the pub lady right where he wants her, and now he's luring. You know what? For sake of argument, I'm gonna call him Vinny because he looks like a Vinny. He's gonna lure Vinny towards the back, put a tomato on the ground to give him something to do. Hopefully the bar lady won't get in the way, and she didn't, so that's good. Yeah, Tasselfoot's got a pretty solid lead now. He actually came from behind and is doing very well, and Ninten is
Ninten
really
is struggling really
now.
bad, yeah.
this
Luckily,
is-
he's able to get around there. This
Vinny-
part can actually be a little bit difficult, too, because you have to honk to make sure the burly man makes it back here, and Ninten might be a little a little
Yeah,
slow here, because if he doesn't make
Vinny's
it up to
giving
that bucket
Ninten
in
the
time...
business here.
Yeah, if Ninten does not make it up to this bucket in time to hit it on the Burly Man's head, that could be a really big time loss. Looks like
there
he's
it
gonna
is.
make
Okay,
it,
he
though.
got it. All right, Tasselfoot's about to
And
enter.
Tasselfoot's about to
oh
exit.
no!
Oh
Oh
no!
no!
Oh no!
Tasselfoot!
Oh no!
Oh, this is bad. This is really
really
bad. This
bad.
could give
He's getting pushed all the way
Ninten the
out.
lead. This could give Ninten the lead. We'll see. All right. Oh, it's gonna be close.
See, what you want to do here, I believe, as soon as the Burly
they're
Man,
neck
you
and
just want
neck
to take
now.
off.
They are actually
Ninten
neck
gets
and
the-
neck. This
Yeah,
is
14-12 exit, both of them.
this is ridiculous. We got a really close race now.
So now we're in the the end stretch of the game here, where we're going to run through the miniature village. Well, we're actually not going to run through it because for some reason the game just allows us to step right on top of this fence and over it, and we're actually just able to then step right over it again once we grab this bell. And then this is basically the end of the game, where we're going to grab this bell from this tower, we're going to tear it down, and we have to run it all the way back to the tutorial area where we started. So this means we have to run this bell, which rings past all of those NPCs that were very annoying originally. And hopefully they don't steal it and bring it back to a... Basically, they all have a starting position in their area to where they'll bring the bell back to.
Yeah. And before you guys ask if this is allowed in Glitchless, it is, because you can actually do this without an item in your, without an item in your
Yeah, this
beak.
requires no spamming of any buttons or anything. It simply is just stepping on top of the fence. The ground is just too elevated there. It was just a simple oversight, I believe.
Ooh, I think Ninten's got it rough here.
Both of them actually, he has a really nice exit there, actually.
Oh, no, maybe.
Yeah, he's gonna make it out here.
Yeah, he's gonna make it.
Yeah.
He's gonna make it. Tasselfoot's not too far behind.
He's right behind him as well, yeah. Tasselfoot had a little bit of trouble with the Burly Man and had to honk him to drag him in a direction. That's one thing we didn't really mention. If you honk, you'll confuse NPCs if they don't see you, and they'll kind of scratch their heads and roam and look for you, which allows you like a little bit of circumstance.
All right, I think Ninten. Oh! Ooh! Is he gonna do it? Oh, he made it! He made it past Tina. Wow. All right, there he goes. Past Roger. Good. Roger's not in a good. Roger's not in a good spot for Tassel. That was really awful.
Oh, having a good exit though.
Hope you guys like the sound of bells, by the way. You're gonna be hearing it for the next 30 seconds or more.
Oh, the shopkeeper is in a great position as well as the other lady. That's really good for him.
And even though the goose has the bell, the shopkeeper still prioritizes getting her broom over getting the bell. And the boy tries to get the bell, but we can, psychological torture.
You can just honk at the boy, and he is very, very scared of the goose.
Oh yeah, we've given him some severe PTSD.
Now Ninten's had a really nice run. Yeah,
that's a really good gardener.
For Ninten, yeah.
That's a really good gardener.
Exit, so the gardener may be
He
out
didn't even need to like maneuver around. That was really nice. Let's see what.
As we'll see on Tassel's screen, Tassel's actually gonna have a pretty good.
There we go.
Too.
Yeah, he's got it.
Runner's a very nice gardener, but unfortunately for Tassel, I don't think there's anything he can do to catch up now.
I think it's over. If Tassel was a little bit more patient with like waiting for Vinny to open up the path to Model Village, he might have had this race.
And a GG to Ninten with a 17-20.
And Tasselfoot's gonna finish with a 17-33 or 34. Okay, yeah, that's still pretty close.
Both runners.
GG. And that's Untitled Goose Game, any percent glitchless.
Both runners having very close back gardens, which really brought them together with the similar RNG and everything.
All right, we got our runners coming in here now. How you doing, guys?
Oh wow, that was closer than I thought it was.
That was really close. So a few things. You guys both had some pretty messy pubs, but Ninten, you had a really rough go of things there for a while. What happened?
Oh yeah, in the garden. So pretty much what happened was, I think the guy who had the coffee was like on a really weird cycle, so I didn't get to the bell in time when I was trying to make him spit it out, or the tea, I mean. And then the woman in that back garden also noticed the the goose statue, and she didn't pick it up somehow. So I'm really lucky that she didn't go for that.
Yeah, that was very, very that was very lucky. Like I wasn't sure how either of you were gonna get the ribbon to
Yeah.
work, but you guys did. And then Tassel, like you were actually in the lead like towards the end of pub. Like you had the pub lady going to where you wanted her to. You were just a little bit too impatient in waiting for again, I'm just gonna unofficially call him
Yeah.
Vinny. Because you were just a little too impatient waiting for him to lift the dumpster lid.
Yeah, you
And
probably had a
yeah,
solid 10 to 15-second lead at that point because
You
Ninten
did.
was really
You
struggling with
definitely
getting the
did.
lady to do anything.
Yeah,
I had a great pub. That was the only part that felt like it went well for me. And then I just I went too early. What can you say? Bad
Yeah.
RNG on the bell return as well from some of the NPCs. Just
Yeah,
not
your
Both of you
Roger,
guys had
your
amazing
Roger was
gardeners on
really,
the bell
really bad.
return.
Both of you had really good gardeners, but like Tasselfoot had really bad Roger RNG. He was just like he was actually gatekeeping.
Yeah.
So that was
Well,
really awful.
I was Ninten. I was expecting you to have like to blow me out by a minute and a half with the type of run that I just had. I'm glad that we both
Dude.
suffered a little bit.
Both of you had incredibly bad back gardens RNG as well.
Yeah, I
and,
know.
Dude, I was
It
You
was
expecting
really
it was
struggled
looking
as
pretty
well, Tassel,
dicey
with
there
the,
for a while.
with the plane, getting the lady to get into the position to buy the
Oh
plane.
my
and all
god, yeah.
that.
I
She
tried
was
to
blocking.
manipulate
Yeah,
her.
she was blocking. She was
And
blocking the boy and everything.
Oh yeah, it felt like, and even the gardener at the beginning, he was having some issues on his pathing to get to his find his hat. It was, I mean, honestly, for anyone watching who like wants to run this game, it's fun. It's super fun, but be prepared for some really frustrating AI.
Yeah, there was actually a point in Nintendo's back garden where Tina was literally just standing there, stomping her foot with no emotion over her head or anything, just angry.
Right. Yeah. Oh, and if you guys really want to suffer, run Hundo.
So yeah, I noticed in my back garden, I had the pipe waiting there, and Tina just completely ignored it, and I'm like, oh god, what is going on?
Yeah, you had
here?
to physically bring it to her. Yeah.
So yeah, it's the AI is unfriendly at times, but I think we're doing a good job of learning as a community, kind of like how to properly manipulate it, and that's only going to get better as the game is out for longer.
Yeah, I would say a big part of the run is also just reacting to whatever the AI does because it's never going to go perfect every time. A lot of it's reactionary and just knowing what they're going to do with whatever action you do.
Yeah, if you would have been to a second faster on that bell, that could have been entirely different back gardens for you.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
So, yeah, I mean, thank you GSA for having
thank you
us to
for
show this off.
like this last minute showcase here.
I hope we
Yeah, and a
can
big
show
shout
some
out to
other
Relkit
categories
too for setting it up.
Run Hundo, guys. We need more Hundo runners. I need more competition.
Oh yeah, there's a Discord for Untitled Goose speedrunner.
Yeah. Go join the Discord, guys. Definitely.
So
Like,
yeah,
there's
I think
a lot of really
hopefully
awesome people in there. They're very helpful. If you for whatever reason want to torture yourself and run any percent, people are more than happy to help you learn the tricks and the glitches and all that stuff. And we're all really cool. We all honk a lot.
Yeah. Well, I think someone will link to the Discord. We know we got 64 70 star coming up next. Hope you guys enjoy that, and hope you enjoyed this.
Yeah, it was a fun race.
Big thanks for hosting us, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
thank you
GSA for having us.
I guess one last thing I'd like to say is honk.
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 And GG to the runners too. Good race, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.